Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tash if you're new here. I'm gonna force myself to read 200 pages every day for this week, Monday to Friday, every day after work, before work, any free time that I have. I think I need to give myself a number to say like, hey, you need to meet this, otherwise like you're gonna fail. Please ignore the state of how I look as well. I have just finished work and walked in the door and thought, no, get off your phone, let's start this vlog and read 200 pages. I don't think I've given myself enough time tonight, but I thought, look, whatever I don't get done each day of this week, any remaining pages will get passed on to the next day. So if I read 195, those 5 pages will be then passed on to the next day as 205 pages. And I think that's a good way to be like, hey, meet your numbers. Over the weekend, I did finish a book, which was A Tongue So Sweet and Deadly. Why have I forgotten the author's name? Sophia St. Germain? I don't know how to pronounce her last name completely. I might need to just double check that. But it is the Compelling Fate saga that I'm starting. I'm at book 2 as of right now. I did start book 1 as a reading vlog I did for my TikTok, which will be posted already. Starting it on the Tuesday. I didn't read any more from the Tuesday because I was just so busy throughout the week. So then by the time I got to Saturday, I was like, this is my first free day. I've been literally thinking about this book nonstop. I need to continue. It got so good. The book was incredible. I'm just 4.5 stars. It was really well done, and I'm so excited to start book 2 because I've heard book 2 is even better than book 1, which I'm just like, I can't wait. The plot is, I don't know if this is like a mini spoiler, but it is a trope. I'm just gonna say it. It is a love triangle. Obviously, like, there's a lot of stuff that happens at the end of book 1 which continues on for the series, but there's just this one guy. He's the Fae. He's called the Death Whisperer. I'm obsessed, like quite literally obsessed. It's just a bit of fun. Like, this series is a bit of fun. It is, I guess, like the usual fantasy tropes, but I feel like it's done in such a good way because you have like a good political interest. This is based around her being forced by her king, who she has a blood oath. He said, you have to join this election. You just have to compete, blah, blah, blah. This is the reasons, and I want you to run for the region. The female main character is a half fae, half human, and she then obviously is forced into this blood oath and has to go through a set of trials that each regent must go through in order to be elected, which it happens every 5 years. They have to go through some like pretty brutal stuff. So she goes through all of that while also being under attack by all the other regents because they obviously don't like her for being a halfling. That's basically why they're trying to kill her, and they don't want her to be anywhere involved in anything human. She's trying to win them over, and as well as also just like watch her back, and she does have like technically like a security guard. I don't remember the name of them, but they are basically like one person who follows each of the regents around. The Death Whisperer, who I've told you about, he is the king's right-hand man, and he is forced to stay by her side in order to like look over her while she does this and follow the king's orders. But while she is there, she does make friends with the current regent, who he is a little bit standoffish at first. I'm such a sucker for like a dark Death Whisperer. Like, as soon as I heard that name, I was like, that's my man. And it was page 2. I already chose sides and I didn't even read the first chapter. Like, as soon as I heard his name, I said, that's him. That's my man. My man, my man, my man. Anyway, I'm obsessed with this book. I'm talking way too much. I want to continue book 2. We left on such a cliffhanger for book 1. So yeah, I felt like I just needed to like get this book review out because I hadn't spoken about this book in any other vlogs or any other video in general. So I'm like, this is why I'm giving you so much information right now, because I loved it so much. You must go read it. 4.5 stars. That's all I'm going to say. I'm hoping that we get a 5-star now. So this one's called A Promise So Bold and Broken. I think there's 3 books out already, and I believe it may be a 4 or 5 book series. And the 4th book is coming out in December. It is 6:13 p.m. I'm only just starting my 200 pages now. Let's jump onto this, and I'm gonna stay up all night reading. I've had a shower. I've put on my 5 Seconds of Summer nightie. Well, it's technically an XXXXXXL shirt, but I call it a nightie because it comes basically to my knees. I'm ready to get relaxed and start reading. I got some Percy Pigs. I ended up picking up the Naughty or Nice piglets. I think this is sour apple. Yeah, sour apple and sweet cherry flavor. I'm obsessed with the new spooky ones that they brought out, but I've already eaten those on the weekend with tea. It is 9 o'clock and I'm only 63 pages in. I probably say what I'd usually go to bed at like 10:30. That's roughly what I've been sitting at for bedtime. It is autumn, so the sun is now starting to set a bit earlier, so I have been a little bit more tired, so I think I will be going to bed a lot earlier soon, especially in the upcoming months. It'll probably be more around 9:30. I'm hoping as of right now I can lay in bed, get right into the story, and hopefully stay up till 11. I'm hoping, but let's see, because I'm not the best, especially when I'm by myself. I probably will be asleep very soon. It's 9:07. My favorite bit about this is like the Fae hormones. Like, he is just so angry all the time. He's snarling, he's growling. I don't even know like how to reenact that. Like, what... He's f***ing betrayed her. We're literally 7 chapters in and he betrayed her in book 2. Like, I knew that there was something off and like there were certain things that I just really wanted explained from book 1, but I didn't expect him of all people to betray her. Nah, that's so wrong. What the hell? Good morning. I didn't get very far last night. As soon as I hit the bed, I knew it was game over, and I still continue to try and like keep my eyes open, but you know when you have that feeling of them slowly closing and then you shoot back open and then slowly closing and shoot back open? Yeah, I was doing that and I was fighting for my life for maybe 10 or 15 minutes. That was maybe at like 10 o'clock and I was gone by 10:15. Yeah, I tried, but last night I didn't get very far, and I think because I started this video so late, I sort of set myself back. I should have started in the morning, but I didn't really think I was going to be doing that video. I just decided that last minute. So I only read 95 pages yesterday. So as I said, that means today I have to add an extra 105. So I have to read 305 pages today. What have I done? Anyway, we're at chapter 17 this morning. I've been listening to the audiobook while I was on my walk with my dog, and then I'm just going to continue listening to it while I drive to work, which I've only got a short drive. It's only like 10 or 15 minute drive. We'll see how far I get, but I'm at page 156 this morning, chapter 17. It's really like picking up at the moment into like the other parts of the world that we haven't really got to know about. So I'm very excited to be learning like a little bit more than just not the Fae realm, sorry. We initially only learned about the human realm, so now we're expanding more into the other Havelands. And currently we're on like an island. I'm not really sure what the island's called. It's probably been mentioned, but it's just gone over my head. Yeah, I'm excited to be learning about all the Fae, these other Faes that are now coming into the story. They've got all these different powers, which we're sort of touching more base into what everyone's powers are and what they can actually truly do, because in this particular world of Fae, you have the mentals and the elements. So we're really getting to touch base more into the mental side. We have slightly talked about the elemental side in the first book, but we didn't really go too in depth because we were more focusing on like the human area. We weren't really around many Fae at all. So now that we're getting into the Fae area, I'm enjoying learning a little bit more about the world. The grumpy male has officially smiled for the first time. I rest my case. Hey besties, I have not checked in with you at all today. Today has been a day of just editing and doing work. So busy. But anyway, I will tell you what happened yesterday. So same thing happened again last night. I decided to go to bed and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna stay up. I'm so much better tonight. I was asleep by 10:30 again. So I only got to page 280 last night. And I was meant to reach 400. So that means I've got to reach 600 pages by the end of today. I'm at 330 at the moment. Wish me luck. I'm gonna do it tonight. I'm gonna catch up. I pinky promise. Right now things are picking up, like the plot is plotting. We have war, we have captivities, we have enemies, we have just so many new characters coming in, so many subplots happening. There's a lot of things in the plot where I'm like, I feel like we should have been focusing a little bit more on that specific thing. We kind of just moved on quite quickly, but she does it, like, as the female main character, she does bring up the fact that she's moving on quickly, but everyone's been like, you're in such a good headspace, like you're just handling things so well. And I'm like, let's take it a step back. Like, something really traumatic just happened and you're now flirting with you know who. I don't know, my brain's like, oh, shouldn't we be stressing about this and not, you know, having like a staring moment, eye to eye contact for like a solid 10 minutes? It just doesn't make sense to me. So like, there's small things that are really frustrating me. Sorry if I keep looking here. I'm looking at myself on the monitor because I'm like, ooh, like it's scary. Today I did end up going to the shops. I went to Waterstones and had a little look around. I went to go look at Alchemize because at this point it has released yesterday, but I haven't received my book from Waterstones, so I just wanted to go have a look at the physical book in store, which was just so surreal. I didn't get actually a video of that because I think I was in just so much shock. It was just cool to see the book in store, but I did end up picking up another book while I was there. Second Death of Loki, I think that's how you pronounce it, or Locke. The Second Death of Locke. Every time I see that, I think Loki, but I have seen this book everywhere on TikTok. There was this one specific creator that I remember seeing her review of it, and then since then I've seen lots of people end up getting either NetGalley arcs or the physical arcs from the publisher, and they've all just said such incredible things, so I had to pick it up. It is a female knight romance, and that was all I needed to know. So I purchased it, plus the book is actually just like stunning. I mean, the lighting right now was a little bit glary. And then as I arrived home, there was a box sitting at my door. I did film for this, but I've just looked back and the footage is in slow motion. But I ended up receiving a copy of A Little Life, and it is the new special edition which is coming out. It is beautiful, and I mean truly beautiful. I'm obsessed with the cover. You can see all 4 of them on there, and also the back is just stunning. I'm so grateful to be gifted this by Macmillan, and yeah, I hope you guys go pick this up because it is actually truly beautiful. It's not usually a book that I recommend on my channel only because of its contents. I would say if you can handle the content and the content's warnings that have been put out there for the world, and you want to put yourself through that trauma and pain, go for it. In my mind, it is a 6-star read only because like nothing will ever reach this level. I've got a few books that are that sort of level, but they're all like different categories. Thank you so much, Macmillan, for gifting me this. So beautiful. As I was filming that, within like a few seconds later, another book arrived at my door, and I thought, this is it. This is the one we've been waiting for. Alchemized! I do want to read this, but I don't think I'll be reading it in this vlog. I think I need to dedicate a whole week for this because look how many pages this is. I need to dedicate a whole video to it so that you can understand my full reaction to this. I don't want to give you half a reaction in this vlog, so unfortunately this is going to be put on hold, even though with all my might I want to pick it up right now, but I just know that I have to finish what I'm reading and finish this vlog so that I can then give you my full opinions. She is beautiful, she is stunning. Look at all the details. Love. I've got 20 minutes left of this book. Chapter 43, I'm at page 430. That means I'm only 30 pages in today's page count, and it's 10 o'clock. I've got 2 hours to read the rest of these pages. There's probably only maybe like 20 pages left of this before I have to start a new book, so I must admit I really enjoy the found family on this. It is giving me very similar vibes to a lot of fantasy books that I love, but there's a lot of people who like you just don't know if you can trust them, which is like something that I really enjoy because there's sometimes a character where I'm like, I don't know if I trust you, and then all of a sudden they'll do something really good for them, but then also at the same time like later on they might do something bad again. So it's like there's just so many characters where I'm like, I don't know if I can trust you. And because there are so many mental powers in this world, like there are fays that can control people, there are fays that can just literally go straight into your mind and contort everything about how you think and feel, but then there are also fays that can, I don't know if siphon's the right word, but they can watch, so like they can be voyeurs basically through other people's eyes. So if they get into one person's brain, they might not even know that they're sending information back to whoever's watching them. Like, there are a lot of different powers that we don't know about and we keep finding about that keep relating back to like them trying to get away with whatever they're doing. It's just a very interesting way to keep the readers on the edge of their seat, because I'm like, I just don't know who to trust, and I am thoroughly enjoying it. I've got like 20 pages left and I'm this close to starting book 3 of this series, but I know I shouldn't, because that would be not good for the vlog. I need to change it up a bit. But I know I will be starting that book very soon, because I just can't get enough. As much as I know it's like not the most like incredibly world-changing fantasy book I've ever read, I just love a story that can keep me hooked, and characters which I just like enjoy reading about. It's the last chapter. Oh shit. Oh my god. No! He figured it out. He's figured it out. Oh no. What the fuck just happened? Wait, there's one more chapter. It's his point of view. This is... I'm stressed. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Wait, what? Yeah, you kind of had that coming. Oh my god. I need to read book 3. Oh god. Okay, no, we have to read my book of the month for book club. That's the book I'm gonna start next, but shit. Wait. I need to reread that last page. That book ended on angel numbers 444. I have 156 pages I need to read before bed. I think I'm gonna try read People Watching by Hannah Bonham Young. It's my book club picks book of the month. It's really late in the night. That didn't really make much sense. It is my book club's pick of the month. Am I making sense, or am I just not processing what I'm saying? Can't even speak about what I'm going to rate that book yet. I'm probably going to have to talk to you guys in the morning about that, because I need to process in my brain. Definitely looking to like between a 4 to a 4.5, but I'm just not too sure right now. Well, maybe turn the light on, Tash. Maybe so that, you know, the camera can actually see me. Would be helpful. Look how beautiful this book cover is. I feel like it could be one of my favorite book covers of the year. It's just so autumn, like it's beautiful. I'm not gonna lie, I have only had one good Hannah Bonham Young book from my own personal experience, and that was Out on a Limb. I read that maybe 2 years ago now, and I really enjoyed that then. That was a 5-star read for me, but I've read 2 other books of hers since then, and they've both been 3 stars or below. So my hopes for this are not like sky high, so maybe that could be a good thing, but I just needed to read this book because of look how pretty the cover is. I actually don't know anything about it. I think going in blind's the best bet so far, because I don't want to know all the tropes before I'm going, and I want to be a little bit surprised, you know? We've learned from my mistakes. We are not going to go read this in bed. I'm going to at least try and get 100 pages in, and then I'll go to bed. I had such a crazy morning this morning. You know when you like go to bed late and then you like, oh, I'll set the alarm later, and then in the morning you hear this like screeching, halting noise, and then you realize that you haven't put the bins out, and I just bolt up out of bed at 7 in the morning. I'm running down the stairs. I literally went to bed at 1 o'clock this morning. I'm in my PJs, no bra on. Dragging the bin down the street, and then I get to the bin man and I'm like running. Got back inside, I was so disorientated. Then went upstairs, realized I had my period. I've been in agony all morning, and I've just not been able to focus at all. I've been on my phone, I've not done any work, and I just feel terrible now. I've taken some more pain medication just now, and I think once that kicks in, I'm gonna go for a walk with my dog. He heard me. Whoops. I'm gonna go clean the house now. I actually might clean the house for a bit until the pain meds kick in, and I'll listen to the audiobook the entire time. So I thought I'd update you on my page count, because I'm still behind. Anyway, yesterday I ended up reading over 200 pages, but I didn't reach the page count that I should be on. So I should have been at 600 pages by the end of yesterday. I finished, obviously, the other book, and I got 53 pages into people watching. So that was a total of 217 pages yesterday that I read. In total for the last 3 days, I had read 497 pages. So by the end of today, Thursday, I should be able to read 800 pages. So I'm aiming to finish this today. That's my goal. And I feel like it can be done because I read those 50 pages in probably an hour last night. I will say my thoughts for A Promise So Bold and Broken have been the exact same as when I last spoke with you. I just enjoyed the story for what it was. Like, it was a good, fun romantasy. It keeps me going, and I was interested the entire time, so I'm probably going to give it a 4-star, but I really, really enjoyed it. I will be continuing on with book 3, and yeah, I'm hoping that we get to dive a little bit more into the world a bit more now, because I think we're going to be really getting into the crux of it all. Like, in particular, getting to see more of the Fae realm. I'm excited to see where that goes. From what I remember from reading people watching last night, I mean, it was like 10 to 11:30 when I finished reading this. We are following Prue and Milo. Milo is a bisexual man, which we learnt quite early on. Love that. He is a very charismatic character, I would say. Like, he's very out there and open with everything he says and does. Like, he's openly flirting with Prue the first time he meets her. It's just, and he also has like that insta connection, insta love. Like, he was just like, wow, you're so beautiful, fell in love with her, and she's just like, no. I do love myself a golden retriever, so I'm kind of hoping that that's the energy he's gonna give. Prue, she is going through a little bit of a hard time with her family. Her mum has been diagnosed with Alzheimer's, and it's basically about them with the family business, her living with her parents, and them dealing through the ups and downs of their everyday life with not knowing where her mum's headspace is going to be at. I do believe Prue is a virgin. Yeah, I don't know if I'm allowed to say that word on YouTube. Who knows? And Milo is a bit more experienced. So we'll see how that plays out. So far, he's been very eager to get into her life, and they've met for like 5 minutes. So not much else to report other than he's had a hard upbringing and she's had a very loving upbringing, but now going into hard circumstances. So they've both got a lot of stuff going on at home. I said I was going to start people watching while I did the house cleaning. I went to go find it on Spotify to listen to for free, but it was one of those books I had to purchase. So I ended up listening to another book in the meantime, and since doing that, I am not able to put it down. I did actually start this book a while ago, so it is I Who Have Never Known Men by Jacqueline Hartman. I got maybe 40 pages in and I was like, wow, this is incredible. I need to pick this back up. And then I think work just got in the way and I just never went back to it, and it's been sitting on my shelf. Now I've like realized how much I love this, and I'm so sad that I haven't picked it up because it's incredible. Like, the story in this is just so different from many others that I've ever read. 40 women who have woken up one day inside a cage and they don't know how they've got there, and they're just told to follow these set of rules by these guards outside of the cage, what time they get fed, what time that they can do things, that they say that they can't touch each other, they say that they can't speak about certain things. Like, there's just so many rules that they just blindly follow. At the start of the book, they don't even know what time it is, so they end up becoming quite resourceful in themselves and what they can do inside there and how to survive with, you know, these rules that they have. I do follow this one girl. I'm pretty sure at the start of the book she mentions that she believes that she is about the age of 13, 14 or something along those lines, because she's not obviously aware of time, etc. So she is assuming, because she hasn't got her period, that she must be around like a specific age. But obviously we would know this, like, she could be any age really, because under her stressful conditions she might not be getting her period for that reason. She's been in the cage her entire life, this one particular girl that we're following, and she's very intrigued by the outside world and also the guards. And yeah, so she starts to like ask these questions that she shouldn't be asking questions about, and in the end really it's about her having such an interest in stuff that she starts to realize that she might be the key in order to make a difference inside this cage and also possibly help them make a difference in some other way of trying to escape. I've just got to a quite pivotal point in the book. I'm just over halfway. I did start at page 40, so I'm at page 112. Things in the plot are definitely changing completely, and there's a lot of stuff going on in regards to all of the 40 women's health and their age as well. Like, there's just so many different things to consider when there's such a large majority of women in this group, and there's just obviously things in life happen, but the story is just so sad. It's really, really fascinating. Like, I just want to know what's going to happen to them. Like, I want to know that they're going to be safe and okay, but I have a feeling that this isn't going to be one of those types of books. Oh my god, so interesting. I didn't even know that this was a translated book. Apparently it's translated from French. I'm going to finish this today because I've only got maybe an hour and a bit left of the audiobook. I mean, I do listen to it on 2.3 speed. I do have an hour and a half left, just under. I might as well finish it and then I can continue people watching later tonight. But yeah, I think this is just under 200 pages. Under 190 pages. It's 188 pages long. And because I started at page 40, that means I'll only be getting to like 144 pages off my daily pages today. I'm not mad that I ended up picking this up, to be honest. It is so good. Like, I knew it was really good because I've read 40 pages of it, but then I just like forgot about it. So glad I started listening to this today. I think the more I think about that book, it's gonna be even sadder. That was not the ending I was expecting, but also expecting, if that makes sense. I've just read 148 pages of that book, of the 303 pages I need to read today from yesterday's leftover. So I'm just about halfway now. I'm actually like in a dazed state. I need to not read anything for like the next couple of hours. Oh my gosh, that book was so good. I honestly relate to this female main character so much in this book. She's just had like a very tension-filled moment with him, and she was sort of like in a bit of a daze and like did whatever he said at that time, and then afterwards she's sort of like, oh shit, I shouldn't have just done what he told me to do. And she goes, I'm woman enough to admit to myself that I was momentarily weakened by a mustache man. Same girl. Me too. I'm this meme. I'm Lois. Happy Friday. It is the final day. Well, technically it's nighttime now. I've just finished work, had a shower, had my dinner, and I'm ready to sit down and read for a Friday night. The best way to spend a Friday. I need to read 250 pages tonight. I don't know if I checked in with you about my page count last night, but for Thursday, I ended up reading a total of... So by the end of Wednesday, I had read 497 pages. By the end of last night, I had finished at 747 pages, which I was aiming for 800 pages by the end of that day. So it was a total of 250 pages that I read. I think that's pretty good, even though I'm still behind. But today I've got 253 pages, is it? Yeah, 253 pages to read tonight. What I will say is though, is the plot is definitely keeping me interested, which I was not 100% sure going into it because of all the mixed reviews, but I'm glad that I've gone in sort of keeping them to the side, and then I've sort of separated everything from when I'm reading it, because I'm actually really enjoying it. It's not like obviously my most favorite book in the world, but I'm having a good time. Milo, however, as a character, he is someone I'm a bit weary of. I don't know why. There's something that I'm just like, are you gonna piss me off? Like, I don't know, like I feel like he's saying a lot of controversial things. Not controversial, but he's saying things that are like teetering on controversial. So yeah, anyway, I'm gonna see how it plays out. We will see if I end up liking him or not. Sometimes reading his inner dialogue is actually making me laugh out loud, especially one here where Prue is holding his niece. She's obviously a newborn child. This is him watching her holding the baby, and he's just having these like very extreme thoughts, I would say. He goes, I know something is deeply, deeply wrong with me because I'm wanting to interrupt their conversation and ask Prue if she wants a baby of her own someday, or someday soon. Like, I don't know. 10 months or so from now. I just kind of, I find it funny the way he like speaks, but then I'm also like, I'm watching you. It's 9:30, I've got up to page 316. I'm literally maybe a chapter off the end. The ending has felt so flat, so flat. I don't like the way the story has gone. I don't like the progression in the relationship. Plot lost itself, and then now I just don't care. I don't care. The relationship had such good potential for there to be like this actual connection between them, but then it turned into one of those I have a list type books, and I'm just like, oh, I don't want this. I can't elaborate any further without giving away spoilers. So it was sitting at maybe like a 3-star rating, but now I'm thinking it's like a 2 to 2.5. Yeah, I think I need to sleep on it tonight once I finish it. I haven't even finished the book, but like that's how much like I don't care. But I do need to start another book because I've not quite finished my page count. Oh, sorry, big yawn. That's how much I don't care. I'm so close to my 1,000-page count. I've read 175 pages of this book once I've finished it, and then I'll have to finish the remaining page count, which will probably be about 70-ish pages of a new book. We'll see how far I get once I lay in bed, because I do want to go lay in bed now. I did it. I read 1,000 pages this week. No, I'm kidding. I read 950-ish. I haven't added it all together, but I didn't end up reading the rest of the pages when I went to bed last night, which we all knew was going to happen. I just want to give my final thoughts on all 3 of the books before I finish up the vlog. A Promise So Bold and Broken by Sophia St. Germain. I think that's how you pronounce it. It's probably wrong. I think I'm going to give this a 4-star. I've not thought about it as much as the first book. The first book really hooked me, and then this one I had such a great time. I really enjoyed like the entire book itself and the series as a whole. It just didn't have that same feeling as I had with the first book, which was a little bit more on edge. Maybe it's because I've just had a bit of time away. So I'd say the first book's a 4.5, second book's a 4-star for me. I was expecting to keep that at a 4.5, but I've just not thought about it as much. But maybe it is because I went into I Who Have Never Known Men second, and this book blew me away. There's something about the story of this book and just the way it's told. You can tell that you're like inside the head of a character, like the sentences, the way it's formatted, the way she's telling the story. 3 parts, no chapters. I think it really worked well. This is definitely a 5-star read. I think as I sit with it more, it may bump up to a 6. At the moment right now, it's still a 5-star read. I'm obsessed. Everyone must go read this if you can handle the content. Then we did finish up with People Watching last night, and again, like I had said, I was skim reading towards the end. The first half, the setting up was just so good. I really enjoyed the plot, and then the second half just lost the plot. No, literally, quite literally lost the plot. I don't know, I just wasn't vibing with it. I know a lot of people may love this book, so yeah, I'd still say give it a shot, but I'm probably gonna give it a 2.5 stars. I think I might have a break from any Hannah Bonham Young books in the future, only because I've had 1 5-star read, which was Out on a Limb, and then any books after that have been a 3-star or below. So I just think that me and her really don't get along too well with her writing style, so I think I've just like learnt my lesson from this book. So yeah, I'm gonna leave that in there, but again, it's a beautiful cover and I do think it is stunning. Those are the 3 books we read for the vlog. I know that this vlog was a bit of a mess. I know that I was probably sitting on that couch for the entire vlog, but that's literally where I've been reading, so I apologize if we had a vlog from one perspective the entire week. I'm so glad I did this vlog because it has forced me to sit there and actually finish books, and I think that that's where I need that motivation for me sometimes, because sometimes I'll be like, oh, I'll have a break tonight, like I don't really need to read, but in reality is if I want to keep producing these sorts of videos, I do need to start prioritizing it a little bit better. I'm very happy and proud of myself that I almost got to 1,000 pages. Maybe I'll try it again soon, and I'll maybe give myself a punishment if I don't read it. I think that's a good idea. Maybe give me some ideas in the comments of what I should do if I don't reach 1,000 pages next time I do this vlog. Please go and start the Compelling Fate series and also read I Who Have Never Known Men. I highly recommend those, and I will see you guys in my next vlog. Love you all so much.